Jumbo Shalom Tribe, blessings to you. So we have a quick one, and this is about the Emmett alert system launched to alert black leaders about racist or hate crimes. So a new system has been launched in Maryland to notify black leaders about credible threats or hate crimes. Now, I believe it's just in Maryland right now, but I like this because this actually shows that we're moving towards progression towards our community and protection for us, melanated people. Um, my question is, why haven't we had this earlier? Right, they gave the Asians the Asian Act. Why have we survived 400 plus odd years and there's still no Afro American Act for our protection and our safety? How come we don't have that yet? But I do like this. I'm not sure how it functions now, but I'm excited about it. To me, it sounds like an Amber Alert for melanated people. I did catch wind that it's also for other minorities as well. So I think this thing could be pretty good. I hope it goes global or at least throughout the country. I hope it spreads to every state. And it's supposed to notify, like I said, melanated leaders if there's an act of violence or just a hate crime towards, melanated people. So I believe it's in its beginning stages and it's something well needed, it's something that we need as people. So I really hope we can get one here in California. Most definitely. I really do hope we can get that. But I'm gonna take y'all to a clip and let the brother explain it a little bit more. Um, yeah, I look forward to this. I hope they can improve on this and make it functional for all regions for melanated people. I think it could be so helpful, keeping us alert, keeping our children safe, and this is something well needed. But enough of me. Blah 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 blah. Y'all be good. Y'all have a safe night. Have a good weekend. Shalom.
Today, Maryland launched what it calls the Emmett Till Alert System. It sends out a warning to lawmakers when there's a credible report of a hate crime or threat. It works very much like the Amber Alert system. Let's get more insight on it from Civil Rights Director for the Office of the Maryland Attorney General, Carl Snowden, who is live with us here on Fox 5. Sir, good evening. Thanks for joining us here.
Good afternoon. I'm the former Civil Rights Director for the Office of the Maryland Attorney General, and we did today launch our privately funded Emmett Till Alert System.
And explain to me how this works, because in what circumstance would you deploy this system?
Well, first, let me just quickly say that this system is named after Emmett Till, who 67 years ago was murdered by white supremacists in Mississippi. So what would happen is when there are hate crimes, and there have been many hate crimes in the state of Maryland, we have put together an alert system that when a hate crime takes place, every black elected official in the state of Maryland will be notified. All major civil rights organizations, the NAACP, SCLC, the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, etc., will all be notified of a hate incident or a hate crime. This allows us to have a rapid response to hate crimes. We've had a number of hate crimes in Maryland. Many of them have gone unsolved. And it's our hope that by putting this together, this alert system, we will be able to inform the community how widespread hate crime is in the state of Maryland.
So we mentioned we compare this to the Amber Alert system, but this would be different in that this would go to a select group of leaders, not necessarily deployed like we see with the Amber Alert on road signs or over
That's
broadcast.
Correct.
Okay. Who makes that call? Who would determine what would be an Emmett Till alert?
Well, and I should say this to you, they will come in three different levels. One would be a low level. 2, medium level, and of course, third would be the highest level. And it's based on the severity of the crime. For example, mass shootings would be obviously a high crime. Vandalism would be in a low category. And that call is made by myself and several other members who are retired law enforcement officials who will make the determination at what level of severity we should put this out.
So there is nothing like this in place across the country, but in the process of coming up with the framework for this, have you received interest from other states or jurisdictions about maybe something similar going into effect elsewhere in the country?
I predict that within a year, what we have started in Maryland will be something that will take off nationally. There'll be states that will do it, and national organizations will put it in place. Let me just quickly say that for a viewing audience, many have forgotten that very recently in Buffalo, New York, 10 elderly Black people going shopping in Buffalo, New York did not come back home. FBI Director Christopher Wray has said the most serious threat to domestic security is white supremacy. We think that you need to take these threats very seriously. We're getting our community prepared because we think what's coming is not going to be nice.
Mr. Snowden, I have one last question, and if you can respond quickly. We mentioned the circumstances in which this would be deployed. We had incidents in Baltimore where there were elderly Korean people beaten up by a cinder block. Is this confined to the African-American community, or would this be for all incidents of hate across the state of Maryland?
For all instances of hate crime. It's really focused on people of color who have many times been the victim, and Asians fall in that category.
Carl Snowden, sir, thank you for joining us, giving us some insight on this.
Thank you, sir.
We appreciate
Thanks for the invitation.
Our pleasure.